Have you ever experienced a fear that was so deep it prevented you from moving on with your life? Well, I know someone who has. When I first met Amma, she was a very sick young woman. I was on the team that managed her, and I remember we were puzzled because we just could find nothing wrong with her. Her vital signs, clinical signs, and lab investigations were excellent. Still, she lay in bed, pale and exhausted. Finally, though, she got better and was discharged home, but not before I found out from her records that we lived on the same street, 2 houses apart. She seemed excited when I told her we were neighbors and asked if she could visit me at home. 2 nights later, Amma showed up at my front door in the middle of the night. She was crying. It turned out that her partner of many years had recently passed from complications related to HIV, and she thought she might be infected. When I asked her if she would like to take the HIV test, her vehement answer was, "No, I will not. I cannot." That night, though, Amma and I formed a friendship that was to last a very long time. Indeed, she became one of my dearest friends. 10 years went by and our friendship blossomed, even if she did some crazy things that I could never understand, like when she flew out to a foreign country where there was a civil war at the height of the war to visit a soldier. But 10 years down the line, Amma shows up in my office once again. One look at her face and I knew something was desperately wrong. She looked me in the eye and asked me if I remember the conversation we had 10 years ago. Speechlessly, I nodded. With a broken voice, Amma said, "I am dying." A closer look at my friend and I noticed her skin was covered with scabs and she had lost a lot of weight. She said she was coughing blood and she was vomiting blood too. This time though, she accepted my suggestion to take the HIV test. Her blood sample was taken, and even though the test would take just a few minutes, she would not wait for the results. About an hour later, I took the results to her office. She was agitated and uncomfortable when I showed up and wouldn't even look me in the eye. I sat down and tried to balance friendship and professionalism. I went through the motions of telling her that her HIV test, using 3 different test kits, was in fact negative. I'll never forget the shock and disbelief that crossed her face. Snatching that piece of paper from me, she rushed over to the window. Her hands were shaking. I remember her whispered words as she said, "I have been waiting to die. All these years I have been waiting to die." That's right. She had lived 10 years with the iron-clad conviction that she carried the virus, convinced but afraid to face the truth by taking the test. She had turned down 2 marriage proposals, refused a job with more responsibilities, even pulled out of graduate school because she was living in this little place where nothing else mattered. She had wasted 10 years of her life waiting to die. How foolish you might think, but what about those of us who are waiting to live? Those of us who postpone happiness to an unknown time in the future. We know that a day is coming when all our dreams will come true. When we buy that new car, move into a nicer neighborhood, when we get married, when we get divorced. Somewhere, always in the future, we are going to live. One of my favorite quotes of all time is by Alfred de Souza, and Alfred said, "For a long time, I thought that life was about to begin, real life, but there was always some obstacle on the way, some unfinished business, a time yet to be served, a debt yet to be paid." Then it dawned on me that these obstacles were my life. I love this quote because in an unconscious way, we think that happiness and success lie in the future and we're on a journey towards it. We think that one day there'll be that perfect moment when we'll cross a corner and everything will line up perfectly for us. Well, there's no such moment. Imagine what would it be like if there were no challenges in life? Imagine if we had no bills to pay, no horrible traffic to negotiate, no annoying family members. These challenges, these problems give us the unique identity of being human. You and I, with our daily struggles, are the really lucky ones. Every hurdle we overcome builds our resistance muscles and enables us to stretch as far as life will pull us without snapping. For those who have not been refined by the daily fires of life, is it any wonder they crack like a clay pot at the slightest blow? Which one are you doing? Waiting to die or waiting to live? What is that dream in your heart? What joy are you postponing? What fear are you afraid of facing? Even right now as I speak, there are many dreams lying dormant in the hearts of men, waiting for the perfect day. My friend, there is no such day as a perfect day. Or maybe there is. Today is that perfect day, the day to reach and stretch out to the sun and be all that you can ever be. That's why I ask you, if there's a kind deed that you need to do, just do it. If there's an I love you that you need to say, just say it. Live, laugh, love, give, forgive, be happy. Today is all you have, and today is all you really need. My friend Amma is a happy mother and wife today. She may never regain those 10 years that she lived waiting to die, but she knows now to live each day to its fullest and serve and enjoy as much as she can. That's why I ask you, do not wait to die. Above all, do not wait to live. Thank you.